How do you predict these
if
things?
you can see it here and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. So I see these shots, I see these sequences, and I don't shy away from them. A lot of times people believe in certain things, but they keep to themselves. They don't put it out there. If you truly believe in it, if you become vocal with it, you are creating that law of attraction and it will become reality. I knew he would overextend and I knew I'd catch him, so.
Heroes and villains always have the same backstory, pain. The difference is what they choose to do about it. Villain says, the world hurt me, I'll hurt it back. The hero says, the world hurt me, I'm not going to let it hurt anybody else. Heroes use pain, villains are used by it.
You see this guy here staring back at you?
Yeah?
That's your toughest opponent. Every time you get into the ring, that's who you're going against. I believe that in boxing, and I do believe that in life, okay?
I just did. I said, maybe at the end of this journey, there'll be something there for me. If not, I can read. If not, I'm 185 fucking pounds. There's no magic potion. There's no, oh, let me wake up and look at some shit. No, all those words are overused. They're bullshit.
If you want to know something about yourself, sit on your bed one night and say to yourself, what's one thing I'm doing wrong that I know I'm doing wrong, that I could fix, that I would fix? It's like, you meditate on that, you'll get an answer. And it won't be one you want, but it'll be the necessary one.
See, the thing about life, we're gonna die, right? Eventually we're gonna die, but our legacy can live on. The impact can be non-perishable, forever. It's not a bad break, it's not the ref making a bad call. It's that you get up that day and do those little tiny things, the little details, the little nuggets of life. That's what adds up to be the difference. And if you're gonna sit here and complain why you came up short, without taking responsibility and looking at yourself internally first on all the opportunities you decide to pass on for comfort, then you're a shallow person, guys. If your day doesn't challenge you, don't ever expect to be changed by it.
And unless you believe, first off, I'm right about that, it's true. But unless you believe that, and then you program your reticular activating system in your brain to find those things, you will never have them happen to you. But if you begin to believe, I'm one meeting away from a different life, I'm one decision away, I'm one podcast away, I'm hearing one guy in the United States away.
You have to be competitive. Competition, having a strong desire to win. Not a strong desire just to make money, just to pay your bills, just to get by. I didn't make the rules. If you're going to do business in America, you have to play to win. You have to. No part. Now they giving them out, but they ain't real. The participation boy ain't real on the high side. You have to be competitive. You have to say in your realm, wherever you are, whatever your space is, this is my space right here. I'm coming to get you have to be competitive.
It's a dog fight. The road hadn't been success. Like, it's just a paved road, and like each he go this way, it's been rough. It's been crooked. It's been hard. But I've made up in my mind that I will get a reward for the pain that I go through. I will not stop in the middle of the process. I will not be defeated. I will not be destroyed. I will take everything that happens in my life and I will allow the pain to push me to greatness. You will not break me. You will not stop me. You will not defeat me. The only way I lose is if I quit. It's going to be a dog fight. If you're ready to quit, don't get started. If you're looking for this easy path, don't get started. If you think they're not going to close the door on you and say no a million times, don't get started. But every time they close the door, I just get excited. Why? Because I am not a no. I'm one yes away. That's what you're not prepared for. That's what you're not thinking. You're not thinking when you go out there to defend yourself that your gun is going to jam. You're not thinking when you go out there that your boy gonna get killed and you gotta drag. You're not thinking that. So listen to me. It's not hardships that hurt us. It's not my cousin getting shot twice. It's not my cousin spending 50 years in jail. It's not my aunt dying of cancer. It's not my wife being diagnosed with 7 lesions on her brain that will break you.
Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day and say to yourself, it's not over until I win.
You should push yourself beyond your limits of tolerance in your 20s to find out where it is. How much can you work? How disciplined can you become? Like, can you work 12 hours a day? Can you work 8 hours a day? Can you work 3 hours a day? Like, flat out. Where's your limit? And how much work can you do, and how much socialization? You should find out.
I love what you talked about. When you ran the marathon, you realized how much you were leaving on the table. Because that is, I think the unfulfilled potential is the story of most people's lives.
It is. It is. It was never about running. Why do you think I run? It's the worst thing. I hate doing it more than anything. Think about it. Every day I wake up, I don't just run a mile, 2 miles. It's the one thing I hate the most to do, and I do it like I love it. 250, 60, 70, 300-mile runs at one time, no sleep.
But the truth is, the reason I call it the power of one more, there's many reasons. You are one decision, one relationship, one thought, one emotion, one meeting away from a completely different life.
Whether you like it or not, whether you feel comfortable or not. And please listen to me. You have to get out of your personality. You have to do it. You have to stop doing the things that you love, that make you feel comfortable, that you want to do. And you have to get into a space where you got that dog. If you don't want to be forceful, that don't make you a bad person. Get out of business. It's not for the weak at heart. Watch this, watch this. It says it's a strong desire. What kind of desire? Come on, what kind of desire? Come on, what kind of desire? A strong desire to win or be the best at something. You got to wake up every day and compete. You got to go after it. Watch this, watch this. Able to compete successfully with others. If you want to make yourself attractive, be competitive. Compete. I don't care nothing about your contract. Compete. I don't care nothing about your coach. Compete. I don't care how your people feel. Compete. Why? Because people who are competitive are attractive. We live in a world where people came here, it was absolutely nothing in the mirror. There was no building, nothing. They came and they came to conquer. They didn't come to play games. They didn't come just to build churches. They built San Francisco. They built Miami. They all had one thing in common. They were all competitive.
What statement are you making? The psychology of savagery. I wasn't the best runner, but what I did was I found the work schedules out of my competition, and I made sure they saw me running day and night. I tried to get in their fucking heads. I got a video the other day of this UFC fighter, Ferguson. This motherfucker weighs in, and the UFC is fucking canceled. He wasn't just weighing in. He was getting the head of his opponents. What he did was this. He wanted you to remember his fucking hands and elbows slice you the fuck up. Remember this. Stay hard at all times. Savagery.
Every single person that you look up to, every single success story that inspires you, every single championship story that you say, damn, dude, one day that's going to be me. They all went through this. Every fucking single one of them. So don't think it's just you, don't take it personal, but use it as fuel. Because if you can execute, you cannot be fucking stopped. And let me remind you of one little thing before we let you go. If you quit and you do retire back into the framework of normalcy, you know what they're gonna say 10 years from now about you? They're gonna say, yeah, he tried, but he fucking failed. Just like I knew he would. So you can decide, do you want to go down the path and face the criticism and face the hate and face the frustration and face the pain and use it as fuel and then go on to fucking win and inspire and teach and lift people up? Or do you want to retire into the framework of normalcy? Do you want to become like the people who are criticizing you? And then do you want to listen to them 10 years from now talk about how you almost made it? Because I can't think of anything worse than that.
Losers who lose because they lost.
Everybody just wants to be comfortable. Everybody wants to sit in the car. I don't want to go outside. It's cold. I don't want to do this. It's hot. Like, you've got to do things that you don't want to do because you show your body that your mind is the boss. Your mind is telling your body what to do, and then you have control.
And it could have been the story of mine. And I tell a lot of people go, what's your biggest fear in life? And my biggest fear, honestly, was, let's say this. Let's say, I don't care if you believe in God or not. I don't care. So let's just play a game with me. Let's say you're God. And we have a big fucking long line of people. And I made it to heaven. I'm 75 years old. I'm 300 pounds. I made it to heaven. I worked for Ecolab my entire life, spraying for cockroaches. That's what I did. But I'm dead. I'm in heaven now. And you're judging us all now. So we're in line. We're all sitting there in line. And you have Adam Brown. He has a big board up. And you're talking to Adam Brown about his life. And you rip it down. And I'm next in line. David Goggins. I see my name, and I see all this shit, and God goes, hey, you say, read this, man. And I'm reading this list, and I'm seeing 182 pounds, Navy SEAL, Ranger School, motivational speaker, changing lives. Okay, man, pull-up record, all this shit. And I'm like, that's not me, man. And God looks at me and says, that's who you were supposed to be.
But being mediocre, being like average and shit just fucking burns and sucks so much. You can't deal with it one more day. And you get off your fucking ass and you create something that's always been there. It's always been inside of you trying to come out. But you've never wanted to unwrap it because there's too much fucking pain and commitment.
You know why your life sucks, bro? Because you're a pussy. That's it, okay? Being successful in real life takes courage. And part of the courage, the biggest part of the courage, is to make decisions, stand on those decisions when really nobody else is in your corner. You've got to make those decisions for you. And that takes courage. And when you don't have courage and you don't make decisions, you become one of these NPC people in the world who just kind of floats through life and ends up being bitter and pissed and frustrated because they're not able to create anything, all right? And I think that most people, the reason that they lack success in their life, especially from a financial aspect, is that they lack the courage to make the decisions that need to be made to put them in the position that they want to be in. And I really think that's a big part of it. And I never really thought about it until I watched everybody DM me and email me and text me and say, I'm so proud of you for speaking up, and then watch them not do shit. And then when I took inventory of who those people are, all of them are struggling.
It's not fair. I'm sitting on the couch. This shit brings it out. Makes you that C4. This is the tension, the pressure of life, combined with inside what's your head saying, your heart's believing. Boom! Birth of a new you. That's fucking living. What is this shit? I think I pissed myself? No. All this shit right here is the old me. The weaker me. Get the fuck out. The stronger portion inside myself says we don't need you anymore. Stop being the fucking parasite.
We all know what's right and wrong in a sedative state. We all know when we're relaxed exactly the person we want to become. The question is, do we believe we can become it? Without that belief, every journey will run into a debate. That debate is when pain starts to fill the body. You weigh the temporary pain versus a lifetime of pride. What are you gonna do? How bad do you want it? There's two options. To continue forward, pushing upward. And if you do, that dream is given birth, and forever you will live in the reality of it. If you stop, quit, throw in the towel, I promise you there's no distance you can travel far enough to ever find that dream again. For it is dead. And in its death, it's replaced by regret. Right now, it's your choice.
It's time to stay focused. It's time to decide, fuck clubs, fuck partying, fuck trying to fit in and socialize, rub elbows with everybody so people can stop calling you weird. Why are you so antisocial? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you not clubbing like every time I text you and invite you to go do something fun and cool, you always studying? Because I'm trying to get it. Let me tell you something, homie. These women ain't going nowhere. These clubs, these parties, all this shit ain't going nowhere. The more weird you are is a reflection of how committed you are to focusing on your shit, molding and shaping and developing your ideas and your craft so that when it's time for you to make your rounds, you gonna fly.
You know, there comes a day, man, everyone's gonna have this day. There comes a day where being average, being mediocre is just sickening to you. It's just sickening, it makes you wanna throw up. Because you've seen people with far less talent than you. As you're growing up with them, their childhood buddies, whatever else, they didn't have what you had. Yet now they're fucking to become something that you haven't. There comes that day. It's either when you're young, you know, and it strikes you on the baseball field because you're sick of striking out, or it's when you get fired from your 5th job, you know, when your wife and kids are on your ass because you don't know how to support them anymore. There comes a fucking day where push comes to shove.
The most successful people in the world are the most successful people in the world because they have clarity on what they want. The less people know what they want, the more destructive their lives are, the more depressed they are. I know what I'm going to get. Do it. You're a man now, and a man is only as good as his word, not his emotions. Emotions don't win championships. Emotions don't build buildings. Emotions tear it down. So whatever's going to cause you not to be your best, stop it. Your responsibility is not to come here and just eat off the legacy. Your responsibility is to come and defend the legacy. Because if you don't defend it, it won't be here 5 years from now. It won't be here 10 years from now. I'm writing a book. I'm not writing a book for myself. As a matter of fact, I told them, keep the $400,000. I don't need it. Give me 50-50. I don't need y'all money. Give me 50-50. They say, why you want 50-50? Because this book is for my grandkids. We're going to make millions and we're going to make sure they have something when they come. I made some decisions not to play video games. I made some decisions not to watch TV. I made some decisions. I want a better future for my kids than I had. And I love my mom, and I love what she did. But she had me at 17 years old. It was a child raising a child, and there was some dysfunction in there. Is this generation gonna be perfect? Absolutely not. But we're gonna set each one up to be better. What do you want? Not what do you want to get. You're a man now. Not what do you want to get. Not what do you want to receive. What do you want? And what do you want to do for this program?
If you grind, you will be broke the rest of your life or you will barely make it. This society did not become rich by workers. It came rich by the people who knew how to put the workers to work. Kill that workers mentality. You value effort over execution. I'm trying to blow up after the blow up. I'm number one. Now I'm trying to find out what's after number one.
You must be able to see it, Mr. Anderson. You must know it by now. You can't win. It's pointless to keep fighting. Why, Mr. Anderson? Why? Why do you persist?
Because I choose to.
Whenever I get to a low point where I think, why do I even bother? I just remind myself, this is where most people stop, and this is why they don't win. And this relates to another one, which is a reminder for the gladiators in the arena who feel beat up and scarred with no hope in sight. Building a business is hard. Hard feels shitty. This is what hard feels like, and this is why most people can't do it, but you can.
Once you change one thing, your mindset, you can attack everything.
When it feels scary to jump, Ian, that is exactly when you jump. Otherwise, you end up staying in the same place your whole life.
Nobody knows but you. You can't get advice on what you should do with your life, right? Nobody knows what you are. Like even sometimes you don't really even know what you are. You got to take your shot. And it's like, as much as you want people to agree and you want the people around you to be supporting your dreams and all, it's not going to be like that all the time. You got to do it alone.
Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish. Never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship.
It's the moments in life, the decisions you make on a moment-to-moment basis that add up to be the guy or not the guy. Tonight, I did something, that I feel more of a guy. For me, who I am, my guy. Repeat that over and over and over again. It's just, one, it's a better life. You feel like more confident, you have a better sense of reality. The way you go about your day is in a more productive fashion. You're more goal-oriented. They all just synergetically go together into a movement, a force that's very unstoppable, man.
Why not you? You've got the brains. You can make decisions. You can study the plan. You can change your life. You can grow immensely in the next few years. You can make your dreams come true. You can build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through.
It is whatever it takes. That's the lie of society, okay? The lie of society is that you can win without doing whatever it takes, and you just can't. You're not that good. I'm not that good. Nobody's that good. Nobody, okay? So to think that you can get by and build a career as an entrepreneur or build a career as an entrepreneur doing what you feel like doing as opposed to what the it takes is a false expectation. There are too many people who are high skilled, have tons of experience, have tons of resources, and have come from nothing and are willing to do whatever the it takes, that you cannot beat them unless you at least, at a bare minimum, do everything perfect. And that's the disconnect between, people, what they think it takes to win and what it actually means to be a competitor and win. You are wasting your life. You are letting your life pass by.
I had big dreams. A lot of us have big dreams, big goals. And when you have goals that are maybe outside your reach, you have to know that getting to that goal, you're gonna have a lot of bad days, a lot of setbacks. So like when I was losing 106 pounds in 3 months, the first 2 months or first 2 weeks, it's like I was gaining weight. I would lose a pound, gain 2. So I was just failing. I kept failing and kept failing and kept failing. So I had to teach myself how to fail right. And what that means is when I fail, I can't spend much time in that fail zone. I have to be able to get up and get after the next day just as fast. Because my goals were to be a Navy SEAL. I don't have time to stay here and feel bad for myself for weeks and months and years, because I'll lose that time. So the big thing is know that if you have big goals and big dreams, along the way, failure is going to happen. So how fast do you get up from that? And you got to teach yourself that. But the biggest key to success in anything you do is you got to have an unlimited supply of fucking fuck you. This drive and passion, and it may come from nothing. Like for me, there was no passion, no drive, no nothing. But I had this fire that I'm going to be somebody.
I've wasted my life hanging out with a bunch of guys just like you. And they all go away at a certain point. So I'm having my own little, what have I done with my life so far? So far, fucking nothing. I'm seeing what it's like 5 years from now.
Yeah.
When you turn 30.
A window to the future.
When you're turn 30 and you're in this situation. And there was like one night where I'd stay up all night long, and rather than give myself excuses, I would look at everything that I'm fucking up in my life or everything I'm not doing or whatever, and just not give myself any fucking excuses out, just like nail it. And I would spend like all night laying out everything I'm doing that's wrong, and then I would spend the last 2 hours figuring out how I can change it.
I look back on my life and all that I've been through. So the stuff I'm currently going through, I have built up enough reservoir that living in the car taught me that this ain't it. So the things I'm going through now, I know this ain't it. That he gonna come get me in a minute. So all I gotta do is sit tight. I ain't in a bad place. Now I ain't where I wanna be, but the spot I'm in is better than where I was. I ain't homeless. So what I'm going through right now, y'all don't know, I got some challenges.
Reality is it's going to take everything you got. Reality is if you don't have a big old chip on your shoulder that you could draw from and then have it push you down the road, you're not going to fucking make it. So when you look around and you start feeling bad because these people are criticizing you, because these people are attacking you, because these people are doubting you, I challenge you to flip the perspective to one where you're thankful for that. Because eventually you'll become so successful, you won't have people doubting you anymore. You won't have people criticizing you like that. You won't have people that don't believe. And you won't have that fuel, and you wish you did. So learn how to use it, stay on the path, and recognize that no matter what someone says, no matter who it is that says it, the only way that you can lose on this journey is by giving up. And I know that sounds cliche, and I know that sounds oversimplified, but it is simple.
You build a confidence that, in your opinion, what you feel is stronger than anything else. Like I said before, winners, their belief overrides the disbelief of the crowd every single time. So no matter what happens, they believe in themselves when no one else is out there. That's gonna be the make or break. That's gonna be the, the details of success. That's gonna be the cause combined to the effect.
Fuck your motivation. Fuck your motivation. You need discipline. Because motivation's not there every day. I'm missing motivation most days.
Wow,
Some
really?
days, yeah, sometimes I got motivation. Sometimes I'm like, fuck yeah, today I felt good. I can't wait to get to the gym. But a lot of days, like, gotta get to the gym. And then once I get going, then I feel great. And I feel great when it's over. But it's that beginning part that's hard because your body wants to stay comfortable.
One time.
When you watch television, waste time, hang out, fool around, and so on, all of that counts as well. And it's going on the negative side of your ledger. A person who has a great life by the law of accumulation is a person who's accumulated far more credits, more pluses on the credit side than debits on the debit side. And here's an important point.
Fuck their doubts and their criticism and their bullshit and their loser mentality. Put it all up here on your shoulder, and when you don't feel like it, and when you're frustrated, and when you want to quit, take the proper amount out, and the proper amount is the amount that gets you off your ass and gets you executing. Because if you're executing day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out, over the course of time, regardless of what anybody says, regardless of what your mom says, regardless of what your dad says, regardless of what your cousins say, regardless of what the internet says, if you are executing day in and day out, no matter what.
And that's the beautiful thing about working out and fitness and controlling your own world, because you own this, man. This is all you. When you're in shape, man, you don't walk through life, you run through it. And then while you're running through it, you're seeing somebody to your right and left who are positive too. You start associating with them as friends. The whole network's positive. Together, collectively, you got fucking kicking it. So, alright, go for it, guys. Whatever that fear is, write it down. Tell everybody you're scared of it. And you're gonna go fucking beat the shit at it. A new life, today. This is it, man. Right now, start point. Life's not about where you start or where you end. It's the distance you travel in your life.
Even though things don't always work out the way you want it to work out, God did not make a mistake. And even though other people can't necessarily feel it, when God made you, he stepped back and said, that's good. Your daddy might not think it's good. Your wife might not think it's good. Your husband might not think it. Your kids may not think it's good. But when God made you, he stepped back on the sixth day and said, now that's good. When God made you, he didn't just say it was good, he rested from creation. You so dope that God didn't make one like you. You so dope that when God made you, he didn't even make a duplicate. Many of us, we're struggling because who we are don't fit right with some people we love.
You better make sure in the next season of your life that the person who walked away from you know what they're missing. You better do something so strong and so big with your life that they have to sit on the couch and say, that's the one that got by. Man, I should have just stayed in there a little bit longer. I should have been a little more patient. I should have prayed a little bit harder. Do something with your life that makes them regret turning you away and turning you over.
If what you are doing is not moving you towards your goals, then it's probably moving you away from your goals. Nothing is neutral. Everything that you're doing is either moving you toward the things that you want to accomplish in life, the person you want to be, the wealth you want to accumulate, or it's moving you away.
Just be the best version of yourself in anything that you do. You don't have to live anybody else's story. Sometimes people make it seem like you have to have certain prerequisites or a crazy life story in order to be successful in this world. But the truth is you really don't. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you have or don't have, what you lack, what you have too much of, but all you need to have is faith in God, an undying passion for what you do or what you choose to do in this life, and a relentless drive and the will to do whatever it takes to be successful in whatever you put your mind to. Make sure you live in the moment and work your butt off every single day.
Imagine that you're in a movie, and imagine the movie begins now, and you're the hero of the movie.
Yeah.
What would that guy do?
Yeah.
What would that guy do right now?
Yeah.
Because you are.
When life was unfair, boxing was around to make it fair. On one given night, if you worked hard enough, if you dreamed big enough, if you were tough enough and you made yourself tough enough, you sacrificed enough, you became polished and savvy enough.
Second place isn't an option anymore, guys. The more you give in here, the more you get out there. Why would you not want to give it at all? What else are you gonna do? You come here and kill it right now? Or stay home on the couch? You know, watching the life pass you by. I know it sounds like habitual what I say all the time, but sometimes you got it ingrained in your head. What else would you be doing right now? Taking the time off? Or taking the time to get ahead? It's just, that seems so simple to me, that solution, the choice is there. If it doesn't seem so easy to you, it's because you don't believe in yourself. You believe in yourself, you want to be in here killing it. Because it's giving you that much more of a chance because you believe you can become that. The people that don't come in here because they're tired of stuff are people that don't believe in themselves. That's why they don't see the asset of being in the gym to grow. They see it as a waste of time because they don't believe they can ever get there. So therefore, why take the precautionary steps to sharpen and hone the arsenal to really go to battle? Because they don't even want to go to battle because they know they're going to lose.
This is why most people never get anywhere. Most people are incapable of picking a direction and just going. They observe the possibilities, they get paralyzed by all the possibilities, they refuse to move forward on all the possibilities, and then time passes them by. So it's very important that you make a decision and you go down that path. You commit to that path with the mentality of having zero options. I don't have a choice but to see this through. Extremely stressful and extremely anxiety inducing. And this is why I tell you, most of the anxiety that you feel isn't because you just are anxious. It's because you're not taking the action that you know needs to be taken to get where you're wanting to go, and it's making you feel that anxious feeling. It's actually a very strong indicator that you need to go, and then once you go, you will be unburdened by these unmade decisions, and it won't feel as heavy, it won't feel as anxious, and you'll be proud of yourself because you're moving, and you know you're moving, you can see it. So make a list of the decisions that you know you need to make, the ones you are afraid to make. A lot of times this is about money, a lot of times this is about relationships, a lot of times this is about your physical health. But the fact of the matter is, make a list of these decisions and start executing on the decisions.
The biggest advice I could give you right now, and this is not my words, Woody Allen told me this. I said, Woody, what's the secret to success? He said, 85 to 90% of life is just showing up. Show up. If you show up, there's a chance something could happen.
Go do something that's hard. Go try and accomplish something that's hard. You may win, you may lose, you may succeed, you may fail. I'll tell you what, you'll be better. If you avoid those things that are hard, if you don't accept that challenge, if you don't step up and step into that cold water, and you sit on your couch and eat Doritos, get up, move towards that challenge, whatever that challenge is, and go attack it. And you may be successful and you may not be successful, but you will be better.
Two forms of pain. Pain that breaks you and the pain that changes you. That's the pain of a change right there. That's the pain of progress. The pain that destroys you isn't this shit. It's later in life knowing you could have been more. And all that's left is you and the mirror and tears of a possibility left that you allowed to die. Own your fucking life, guys. You have every opportunity. There's no excuse not to be the hardest motherfucking worker in the room. In all your endeavors, schoolwork, the gym, your career, your relationship, your name's attached to it. It's gotta mean more than anything. That's your name, it's all you got.
Because I've bet that's what I've done. My whole life has been like that. Inside of me, it has been, as soon as it's all lined up, I'm gonna show you myself. As soon as I've got it all looking the way I want, I'm gonna show up for you and for me. I'm never gonna get to that where everything's okay, where everything looks a certain way. And in the meantime, I'm burning the best time I do have available.
What will break most people is you didn't prepare for that. You never prepared for a diamond to be produced. It has to go through extreme pressure, extreme heat. And if that wasn't enough, what makes a diamond is the cut. So you are put through, if you want to be a diamond, you must go through extreme pressure. If you can't take pressure, then you're not a diamond. After you go through all the pressure you thought you could not handle and you think it's over, then they turn on the heat. Once it goes through that type of pressure and it finally becomes a diamond, at that point you can't break it no more. But if you're willing to say, I'm not gonna quit, I guarantee you whatever success you wanna have, you're gonna have it. And nothing's gonna stop us. They have the ability to do well. They have the ability to score on the opponent. What their challenge is that they can't do it, they can't sustain it. You're not intentional and deliberate. You are hoping that the best is gonna happen to you, and the best never happens to you. You gotta create a product that people need, and you gotta give it to them regularly. Like, thank God I'm Monday for the last 8 years. You just gotta keep giving it to them. And the first year, nothing. The second year, nothing. The third year, a little something. The fourth year, a little bit more. By the fifth year, boom, you're a household name. I still gotta work out. I still gotta do TGIM. We still gotta do the podcast. Like, nothing changes because I'm in a different country and I'm in today or tomorrow.
Only you decide when it ends.
Because if I just think, well, tomorrow I'm just going to coast and eat Twinkies and watch TV. Oh, hello, sadness, my old friend. Hello, depression. Because when you're not doing anything, you feel like shit. And that's just a part of being a human being. And we can pretend that we're something other than what we really are. And we can pretend, nah, me, man, I'm just cool, just chilling, doing nothing. Bullshit. You're a fucking human. You're a human being. You evolved from the fucking hundreds of thousands of years of hunters and gatherers and people that were struggling. Those human reward systems are carved deeply into your DNA. And if you don't respect that, if you don't respect the mechanism of happiness and fulfillment and what you really need to do in order to feel satisfied in life, camaraderie, love, family, friendship.
When it feels scary to jump, Ian, that is exactly when you jump. Otherwise, you end up staying in the same place your whole life.
Your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. Think about every poor decision you've made in your life. There was more emotion that was involved in it than there was mind. Every single one of them. Think about it. Really? Your feelings keep you in bed. Your mind tells you, get up.
Trial and error. You grow up and you make game-winning shots and it's awesome. You come back the next day and miss a game-winning shot and it's misery. And then the next day comes and you're back playing again, and you understand that life has this cyclical nature where it's, what you do on Monday, it's fantastic, but then Tuesday is a bad day. But guess what? There's Wednesday. Yeah. So are we just supposed to live our lives like this the whole time? Versus just staying like this and understanding that it's really just a journey of evolution every day. It's just constant improvement, constant curiosity, constantly getting better. The results don't really matter. It's the figuring out that matters.
Whenever I get to a low point where I think, why do I even bother? I just remind myself, this is where most people stop, and this is why they don't win. Mind it for the gladiators in the arena who feel beat up and scarred with no hope in sight. Building a business is hard. Hard feels shitty. This is what hard feels like, and this is why most people can't do it, but you can. This is what hard feels like. You're not afraid of failing. You're afraid of what other people will think of you if you fail. But if you're afraid of that, imagine what they think of you when you aren't even trying. Oh yeah, they aren't.
The decisions we make on the moment-to-moment basis. Champions are never woken up and born into success. They're created, they're mature, they're struggled and weathered through that effort of hard work and dedication and sacrifice to achieve that championship status. It's these moments, these decisions we make on a daily basis. Do we get up early and go for a run? Do we hit the snooze button? Do we go that extra rep in the gym? And our body's dying, we push past that. All these little things are the inches that add up to be the measure of difference between first place and forever forgotten second place. Huge margins. But if you look about your day and all these little moments of life, all these little opportunities are in your wheelhouse. You create them. And later in life, when you're crying because you came up short, stop being so selfish. Look back on your day. Examine it, put it under a microscope, and have responsibility for your actions. Those inches you need to be number one then, which is now in the past, are around us every single day.